Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to present you on the topic Introduction to Microsoft Excel. In this presentation we will see what is MS Excel and the terminologies used in this application. Alright, let's go then. Microsoft Excel, or simply MS Excel, is a spreadsheet application developed by Microsoft, which is included in the Microsoft Office suite for Windows, Mac OS, Android and iOS operating system. It uses spreadsheet to organize numbers and data with formulas and functions. By spreadsheet, we mean a large electronic sheet. So, let us see what are the terminologies used in Excel spreadsheet. First of all, let us see what is workbook. A workbook. A workbook is a collection of many worksheets. Okay, it is a collection of many sheets, many electronic sheets, just like pages in Microsoft Word. So a workbook is a collection of many worksheets. In a single workbook, you can store information in an organized manner. A workbook can contain up to 255 worksheets. As you can see in the picture, there are 4 sheets, number sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 and sheet 4. Sheet 4 is the currently active sheet. If you want to add more sheet, you can click on the add button, plus button here, and you can add as many sheet you want. And the current active sheet is sheet 4. If you want to activate sheet 3, just click on the sheet 3. Worksheet. As we already know, a workbook is a collection of many worksheets. Then what is worksheet? A worksheet is a sheet made up of rows and columns. It is used for planning a project or financial documents. It is the actual area. Okay, it is the actual document or the actual area you create by using the spreadsheet program. Whenever you are creating a document or whenever you are planning a document, the actual area where you are working is the sheet. In this picture, this is the sheet. Okay. A worksheet is always stored in a workbook. Next, chart sheet. A chart sheet is a spreadsheet in a workbook. A chart sheet is also a kind of another sheet that is inside a workbook that contains only graphs or charts. It is useful when you want to see a chart or tabular data, as you can see in the picture. These are the different types of chart inside a workbook. This is a column chart and this is pie chart. Okay. Next, rows. As we already know, a worksheet is made up of rows and columns. But what is a row? A row is a horizontal block of cells that runs through the entire width of the worksheet. The rows are numbered from top to bottom, starting from 1, 2, 3 and so on, along the left edge of the worksheet. There can be a maximum of 148,576 rows and 16,384 columns. Let's see in the picture. These are the rows. Rows are numbered 1, 2, 3 and so on. As you can see in the definition, a row is a horizontal block of cells. Horizontal. Along the horizontal. These are the different cells that lies horizontally. These are the rows. Along the rows there are different cells. This is a cell, another cell, this is another cell, and every cell is unique and addressed as A1, B1, C1 and so on. And every rows are numbered starting from 1, 2 and so on. This is row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. And it continues till 148,576. This is actually a very large rows. Let's look at the next definition, that is column. And let us look at the next terminology, that is column. A column is a vertical block of cells. Vertically, that lies a block of cells that lies vertically. See, these are the vertical block of cells. These are different block of cells that lies vertically. These are called columns. And each column is named as A, B, C and so on, that continues till XFD. So starting from A, columns are numbered continually as A, B, C, that continues till XFD. Okay, A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and then after Z, then it starts from AA, AB, AC, AD and so on, and then it continues till XFD. That is That is, there are total of 16,384 columns. And the last column, 8xfd, is the 16,384 column. So let's look at the next terminology. A cell. Coming to cell. A cell is the intersection of a row and a column. For example, the uppermost cell is A1. Cell D4 is the intersection of column D, row 1. As you can see in the picture, the selected cell in red color, this cell is D4, which means this is the intersection of column D and row number 4. The intersection point of column D and row number 4 cell is called D4. In the same way, the first column is the intersection of column A and row 1. Okay. Formula. Formula are equations that perform calculations on the values on your worksheet. It is an order of values, names, cell references, functions, and operators in a cell that together gives a new value. A formula always starts with an equal to sign. Please remember, a formula always starts with an equal to sign. Whenever we are writing a formula, we will always start with an equal to sign. As you can see in the picture, equal to 5 plus 10 plus 10 will give a result 25 when we press enter key. Let's do it practically. Let me open our new blank workbook. Here, equal to 5 plus 5 plus 10, and then press enter. This will give 20. In the same way, let me do another calculation. 20 plus 10 divided by 2. This will give, see, I did not include equal to sign in front of the formula. That is why it is not performing any calculation. So if you want to write a formula, you should always begin with an equal to sign. So let me just put equal to sign in front of this formula. You can either do double click here, or you can also edit this from the formula bar here. Click here and put equal to sign. And now let us press enter key. Now it is doing the job. It gives you 25 as the result. Okay. Functions. Now coming to functions. Functions are predefined formulas or programs that perform calculations based on specific values called arguments. A function is also like a formula, but they are already defined. They are already defined formulas. For example, let's see, equal to sum. Sum is the name of a function which do addition. Okay. B3 colon B7 indicates B3 to B7. Okay, so let us check it practically. Let me put some random numbers. 30. Okay, let us do addition for these numbers by putting appropriate functions. Equal to sum, open bracket, then select the range from where to where you want to add the numbers. Okay, then close the bracket and then press enter key. It will do sum, and the total sum is 85. The total sum of these four numbers is 85, as you can see. Alright, so let's next. Difference between formulas and functions. Let us see what is the actual difference between the formulas and functions. A formula are written using arithmetic operator like plus, minus, divide, asterisk. Asterisk means multiplication. Okay. Example of formula: equal to 5 plus 2 plus 3. This will do addition, and when you write this formula into the cell, it will return a value 10 in the cell where you write the formulas. And the next example is equal to 5 into 2 divided by 2 will return a value 5. Okay, let's check it. Here, equal to 2 plus 3 will return 5. Okay, now let's do another example. Equal to 2 plus 3 plus 5 divided by 2. This will return 7.5. Okay, next, functions. Functions are predefined formula. Nm is pre-assigned to perform a specific task. In a functions, nm is pre-assigned to perform a specific task. That a specific task can be addition, subtraction, multiplication, and so on. For example, if we want to do addition, you can write a function like this, equal to sum 5, 2, and 3. Let us see it practically. Equal to sum open bracket 2, 5, 3, close the bracket. This will do additions for these three numbers, and when I press enter, it will return a value 10. Okay, so like this you can enter the values directly like this inside the arguments, or if you want to do sums in based on cell referencings, you can do like this. See, this is called cell referencing. You are doing sum for these cells, whatever value is inside these cells. And if I change a value here, the final value will also change here. Okay, so let me change this 20 to 10. The result will become 75 when I change this value. So it turns to 75. That means it is advised to always write functions using cell referencing like this, by referring the cells, that is G8 to G7. In this case, I'm writing the arguments, I'm writing the values directly inside the arguments. So whenever a value is changed, the result will not change. Okay, so let's go to next. Formula bar. The formula bar displays the constant value or formula used in the active cell. Let me repeat. The formula bar displays the constant value or formula used in the active cell. The formula bar is also used to edit the contents of the active cell. Anything that you type in a cell will display in the formula bar. You can edit the contents of the cell in the formula bar by clicking the mouse on it. As you can see in the picture, whatever you type in the cell will also be displayed in the formula bar like this. Let us see it practically. Let me just delete this one. See, let me type a sentence or a value inside these cells. You can see whatever I type inside the formula bar. Let's check out. Press enter. So this is the active cell. I write the sentence inside these cells. You may see the sentence extended to other cells, but the actual contents is inside this cell. Because see, as you can see the formula bar here, see, whatever I type in the cell is also displaying in the formula bar. And when I click on the cells, the formula bar doesn't display anything. That means nothing is inside these cells. Okay, nothing is inside these cells. If there is something inside this cell, it will show in the formula bar. Here also nothing is there. Even if I select and delete, nothing will be deleted because nothing is there. And when I select this and delete, everything will go. See, that is it for today. Next lesson, basic Excel functions. I'm going to explain some basic Excel functions in the next class. Those are sum function, average function, count A, count if function, rank function to calculate ranking of students or whatever, VLOOKUP to look up certain values, specific values inside the cell or inside the table, concatenate to combine two or more cells, data validation and cell formatting. So for any questions, please drop comments or WhatsApp me in my number. Thank you for today. Have a nice day.